Hey! He rejected us.
And this brings me back to last week's conversations. Speaking of mutants, you three mutants were screaming at this channel, telling everyone, why the fuck would Florian Wirtz want to go to Liverpool?
Hey, mutants.
Just say Wirtz wants to come to the Premier League. Okay, and let's say you both put 100 mil on the table, 200k wages. Who does he choose in a straight shootout?
City.
Yep, I agree.
Hey, mutants.
City have more pull. Arsenal have more pull. Chelsea have more pull.
Like, I don't think we're going to drop that
big
money.
name you're going to get. Like, I've already seen hundreds linked with Man U big names, hundreds with Arsenal, with Man City. Liverpool?
Bro, what the fuck you want me to do, man? Hey.
I'm so ashamed.
They're not getting Florian Wirtz. What they're saying here is that, like, we ain't getting the guy. We don't want the guy. But if he moves to England, we're going to pretend like we're interested. Hey, already agreed a deal with Bayer Leverkusen. They don't want it to drag on. Soon as City get the green light from Florian Wirtz, the deal will be signed that day. Florian! They're in the chat, yeah. I'm on a fucking stream with 3 mutants who are ready to pounce. Mutants.
Sam, do you agree that they have more pull than you?
I'm so ashamed.
But he doesn't go Liverpool. No way.
He don't go Liverpool. I agree, he don't go Liverpool.
I
Why?
don't think he goes to Liverpool. I'm
Okay.
not
Well, let's
have
be
the
honest,
pull.
yeah. Let's be honest, yeah, as well. If Liverpool was serious, yeah, wouldn't the slot be there? Wouldn't slot like it'd be for partying, getting steam up? Florian, I want to go through these stages of grief, innit? They don't want
Thing
to
is,
do
it
that,
gets
bro.
worse, LB. It gets worse.
Florian! Oh yeah, it's Liverpool here. If you do decide to come to the Prem, let us know, mate. We might offer you a deal, innit? I think I've already said I think that Liverpool story was a load of rubbish. I'm gonna talk about this for the next days, mate, because it's interesting. Hey, he didn't meet Liverpool. He did not meet Liverpool. He did not meet Liverpool. He met City and only City. It's City v Bayern. Florian. How art thou, Florian? Well, I think we've agreed a deal with Leverkusen. We've agreed a deal with Leverkusen. So, in terms of the purchase aspects, I think that's all pretty much agreed. It's now just a case of, can we agree it with Wirtz and does Wirtz give us the green light? Bro, what the fuck you want me to do, man? Dimitri. He's a top don.
He is a top don. Big up Dimitri. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. We obviously couldn't do the stream on Tuesday because Callum and Tom couldn't make it, as per usual, the tag team of bottle jobs. But he's here now. Spooky player ratings on the Kopish, talking about Nunes deserved a 4. You know, I'm gonna. Tom isn't here yet. Callum ain't here yet, so we can address this while they're not here. Hi, Matt.
Is that how you can introduce me? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go,
Why does Nunes deserve a 3? Tell me. 4. Sorry. Tell me.
bro.
Yes.
Firstly,
Hi.
gotta have manners in it. Firstly, big up the chat, each and everybody in the chat. Come on, smash the like. You know what time it is. We are here. We are live.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly,
Mm-hmm.
Nunes was okay. When I say okay, he had one chance. He scuffed it. His link-up play, I didn't think was too shabby. It wasn't. No, I've seen way worse. But the point is, it's a friendly. There was other players that I thought, if we're being realistic, that played longer, that were really bad. And I just feel like it's easy. I want Nunes out the club. I've made that very clear. He's going to leave. I want him to leave. He ain't good enough. But I just feel like we can't just do the whole every single game he plays in preseason. We just slate him all the time. Like, we know he's going to go. He's going to go. Just let him leave, bro. Let him leave in peace. Do you know what I'm saying? We've had enough of him, bro. Oh, my. Is that what you're doing, yeah? Okay.
This gift from Val. No, but no one. Listen, Callum ain't here and Tom
All
ain't
right,
here.
cool,
They're
bro.
not even
No,
here.
cool. Hassan, just know if you started a war, I'm just letting you know.
No, we're not starting a war. Our tag team is
saying.
strong. All I'm
I'm
saying
just
is Nunes deserved a 0 for that game. That's all I'm saying. Even in a friendly against Yokohama, you're missing a tap-in. Habibi, what for? Ya akhi? This guy is
No,
not
bro, I
normal.
know. Listen, but
This is why when someone came here and when people say hashtag 1 more year and all this bullshit, I just get so irritated because of shit like this. But anyway, it is what it is. He's gonna leave. We can all chill out. Okay,
that's
they're
what it
sending me
is,
a DM.
though. I think that's what it is. Everyone is scared of the prospect of what happens if he stays. Bruv, he ain't staying. He ain't gonna stay.
Thank God he ain't staying. Well, you
If he
think
does
that's a
stay,
negative?
it's panic buttons because he's not good enough. It's that simple. Like, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, if someone
Today,
is
by the
good-
way, another Saudi guy was another Saudi journalist was tweeting that Inzaghi want Darwin Nunes again. By the way, we really do owe Inzaghi like a massive big up if he actually buys Nunes, because the guy it's actually insane. Like, he fully wants him, you know. So that's the thing for me. The
Sell
fact that
him,
he fully wants
yeah.
him. Yeah, again, and it's been reported by like all Saudi journalists, stuff like this. So I do expect that
I'm
eventually he's gonna
praying.
end up in Saudi.
Yeah, because listen, like I said before, yeah, I'm kind of worried that we haven't had any offer other than Napoli. I think we couldn't agree a fee with.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
listen, Saudi, if you're watching, nothing but love and respect. I'm sure he'll be a great player for you over there, but you lot take him and do with him, innit? Like, because we just need to cut ties immediately. And I'm with you, bruv. I don't want to be hearing 1 more year and all that. No, it was too long
Yeah.
after the second year, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? That's me
Yeah.
being honest. It was too long, bruv.
I hear you. This is Matt when he gave Nunes a 4 rating.
Oh, what a rainy day. Look at Matthew on his new bike. Matthew, what you want? Lord, chill out, Matthew. Oh, God. Matthew, you all right?
One more.
Oh, what a rainy day. Look at Matthew on his new bike. Matthew, what you want? Lord, chill out, Matthew. Oh, God. Matthew, you all right?
No, bro. I
By the
knew
way,
you were
they're
up to
actually
something.
genuinely not here.
When I
I'm
was
not even
talking,
joking.
I could tell your brain was like split in 2 places. I was like, Hassan's clearly doing something. I don't know what he's doing. I know you too well. Man,
I don't know where Tom is, by the way. Callum is gonna be here in like 10 minutes, guys. But we don't need, you get me, the tag team of fraudulence. We're here. So 800 people in the building. Let's get the likes up. Exactly what Matt said. Yes, every single one of you guys right here, right now, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel right here, right now. And let's talk about this Alexander Isak situation, Matt. You know, there's been reports. Tom, we're live. Where are you? Okay, Allah.
For the people, if you know now about this game.
Yeah. Anyway, this Isak thing has been like, because they're talking about like if Sesko doesn't go to Newcastle, they're gonna keep Isak, blah blah blah. What do you think of this whole thing?
All right, I'll be honest. So I'm sure, just like every other Liverpool fan, following this story closely, any type of news that I think is creditable, I'm gonna read it and whatnot. Yeah. All right, cool. In my honest opinion, this is what I believe. I think Liverpool and Newcastle have already agreed a deal in principle. A deal in principle, though, just means in principle. You can cancel that deal at any moment. Same thing. And remember what happened with Anthony Gordon when he was going to go to Liverpool, and he got cancelled last minute because they sold Minter and Elliot Anderson. I genuinely feel the deal's agreed. However, Newcastle will not sanction that deal unless they get in a replacement. And I'm not just talking a Wissa. It's got to be a Sesko for them, or an Ollie Watkins, or somewhat like, it's got to be 2 strikers. Newcastle are adamant they will not sell unless they get the replacement. And it makes sense, because why would Newcastle sell if just because we've given them the money and they can't get a replacement? That just leaves them short-handed, no striker. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. So whether I believe the deal was agreed in principle or not, let's say that I'm wrong, I do believe there's already been conversations. There's definitely been conversations. Hence why there was stuff coming out today of one of the journalists saying might have been throwing Petterberg. Newcastle or Liverpool have been talking. They're just surprised that no bid has been there or whatever. There's different kind of variations of where we're at. 100%, we are speaking to Newcastle, in my opinion. The problem is Newcastle need strikers. They will not sanction Isak unless they get a striker. Isak's now gone to Spain. He's not even training in Newcastle. He's now gone to, was it San Sebastian, where flipping Zuma, he's gone to the mountains, bro. Yeah, to go and do some kumbaya stuff. You know what I'm saying? Man's chilling out in the mountains, doing all of this stuff. Yeah. He doesn't want nothing to do with Newcastle right now. He's trying his best to get that move. I think he is calm. I do think, though, if I'm being honest, Isak is going out of his way, though, to really put
Yeah, that's the thing. Can I tell you my unpopular opinion?
Yeah,
I think that this whole Sesko thing is just scaremongering Liverpool fans, literally. Because, like, in case stuff doesn't work out or whatever. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, genuinely. I feel like Isak, whether they get Nuna or whether they get Sesko or not, Isak's head is way too gone for him to not come to Liverpool. Like, his head is way too gone. I think this is just scaremongering. I think this is just people coming out here and saying stuff like, "Oh my God, by the way, if you don't get Sesko, like, you won't be able to do." Says who, Habibi? Says who? First of all, Sesko's not the only option on the market. There's still the likes of Wissa available. There's still Ollie Watkins, who would happily go to Newcastle tomorrow to play Champions League football. So let's establish that right away. So my thing is, I think this is scaremongering. I think this is bullshit. His head is turned. He is not even in the preseason tour. He is not even in the training facilities. He's in a completely different country. He's refusing to answer phone calls. Like, the guy's head is completely turned to become a Liverpool Football Club player. So I don't personally think that Newcastle, like, let's say, because this is possible, right? Let's say tomorrow, we all wake up, inshallah, happy, safe, and healthy, and Man United sign Sesko. Let's say we get, here we go, Sesko to Man United. Yeah. Okay, here's the fact. Isak doesn't want to remain at Newcastle. Isak is ready to hand in a transfer request, factually, by all the top journalists. So what does Sesko going to Newcastle have to do with us? I think this is more like a respect thing, where the Liverpool are trying to be respectful to Eddie Howe and his brother and the PIF, because we have good relationships with them, by allowing them to try to find a replacement first. So the Newcastle journalists have to go out there in the media and go like, yeah, by the way, just in case you guys didn't know,
it's what they're being briefed.
Can't find Sesko, we're going to keep
briefed.
But it's bullshit.
They're being briefed by the club to say.
Have you man not considered the real
Tom,
thing?
One second, Tom. Just quickly. They're being briefed. Is his mic off? Oh, yeah. They're being briefed by the club to say exactly what's been said.
It is off.
How is my mic off?
No, your mic is. No.
Say one, two. You're talking through the PC.
Say one, two. I'm not talking through the PC. Not according to StreamYard.
No, it's on. Your mic is on. Your mic is on. Yeah. It might have been for a bit, but your mic's definitely on. Last thing I'm going to say, Tom. I agree with Sam. It's not on Sesko. It's more about them getting replacements, though. Like, I do think, if I'm being honest, I don't think the deal happens unless they get players in. But I do think they will get players in. It just might not be the players that they are expecting right now. So this whole Sesko thing, like you said, it's easier if it's Sesko. I think if it was Sesko, deal just gets done, boom, 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 next week. If it's not Sesko, like you said, it's going to be an Ollie Watkins or Anna Wissa, and there's other players out there. There's a Jackson at Chelsea. There's other strikers I think that Newcastle will go for. They just need to know that they have bodies there. And that's why I don't think they will sanction the deal until that happens. But I agree, it's not all on
but Isak's head is gone, though. So let's say Sesko rejects them, okay? Now what? What? Like, are you suddenly going to call Isak and go like, by the way, your dream of moving to Liverpool, all the shit that you've done for the last week, put the fries in the bag, you're going to stay another year? No, but says who, though? Like, since when is this a thing? Like, if the guy wants to leave, he wants to leave.
I mean, we did the same with Coutinho, and then we just kept him 6 months longer. So it's not out there. At the end of the day, if come the end of the window, Isak is still at Newcastle, Isak is going to want to play football. So he'll say what he needs to say to get back into the team. And if they don't have a striker, they'll welcome him back with open arms. But we haven't considered the real problem here. It's all exciting that he's gone away, but where's he gone to? The mountains of San Sebastian.
Yeah.
the mountains that have taken a player from us before, the mountains that have opened the eyes as to how wonderful and amazing it is. Are we not worried that the mountains of San Sebastian can have the same effect again and just make him all like remorseful and self-viewing? Or I was a terrible person back then. I won't be that now. Let me sign a new contract. Does that have to worry you?
You're saying he could do the whole one of these.
I'm saying that would be like the Martin.
I was wrong.
Like Martin was like, oh, I can't wait to join Liverpool. I'm gonna have one last shot at the mountains, and then like Master Uruguay was up the mountains and went, you can't leave Real Sociedad, needs to turn us down. Are we not really like that?
All right. I'm glad you said that. There's another way you can look at it. You know, Real Sociedad are owed 10%, I believe, of a sell-on clause, if I'm not mistaken, of every 70 million. Do you guys know that?
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of also going to Sociedad and saying, listen, you guys, I got you. So I'm Isak, right? You guys work at Sociedad. I've gone, Hassam, Tom, listen. See that transfer that I'm about to go and get? I'm going to break off my bread now. You're going to get your money before I let you guys know in person. Come on.
I'll be honest. I think it's just quite simple. I think that Newcastle will just grab... I think what they'll end up doing is grabbing... If they can't get Sesko, they'll grab like a bang average, maybe slightly better than bang average Premier League striker.
Muniz.
That's not again. That's not a bad shout, Rodrygo Muniz, considering the wings they've got. There's
Same
three
guy
guys.
They're looking at Rodrygo Muniz though.
I would have had Rodrygo Muniz as a backup. Liverpool's backup is the level of Newcastle starter. That's the way I see it. Muniz, Ollie Watkins, Strand Larson. They're the three that I think they should be looking at and going, we can grab them. They can be an option for 5 years. They can be a starter for a year. And then next summer, we'll look at the striker market again. I do think it'll be very tough for a player to come back at this point in time with everything he's done, especially since it was AWOL, without the club's approval. The club didn't say, look, you can go to San Sebastian, warm weather training, get your thingy fixed up. No, the fact is it was without their knowledge. So I think at that point he's putting himself into the club's disciplinary eyes. It makes it a lot easier for the club to angle to get rid of him and play the line of, look, he was becoming disruptive to the club. There was damage to the harmony in the camp. We couldn't have that. We just had to let him go and take whatever money we could get for him.
Yeah, but I don't think Sesko going to Newcastle is not going to release Isak, and Sesko not going to Newcastle is not going to keep Isak at Newcastle. I think his head is way too gone. The reason why I disagree with you on the Zubimendi thing is that thing happened within 24 hours. If Isak were to feel...
You do realise the Zubimendi thing was a joke, don't you? That's why I said fucking Master Uruguay's on the top of the mountains.
Obviously.
We don't need an actual explanation about the... I don't think he's going to go up to San Sebastian.
Anyone that believes that, I can't lie to you.
I'm trying to make a different point. I'm saying the whole Zubimendi thing happened within a 24-hour period. Isak, it's already been 2 weeks, and his feelings have been made clear. The guy wants to join us. So I don't think necessarily it's like, oh my God, by the way, we don't sign Sesko. Oh, dude, it's just going to be... No one is saying this.
They're gonna want to get a guy in. They're gonna want to get the guy in first, though, Hassan, because we know what happens to the market once you've made your sale. The prices go up. I saw the other day it was like 30 million for Rodrygo Muniz. If they've sold Isak, Fulham are sitting there going, you just got 150 million quid. I want a bit more of that. So it's not 30 now, it's 40.
Apparently it's 40.
It's 45.
Yeah, it's 40.
So straight away, I think it's the decency thing of, look, we'll let you get your guy in now so you can peddle the line. Because a lot of football's PR now. They can get the guy in before they sell Isak and go, we got the deal done for cheaper than we would have done it if we'd have sold Isak. If we'd have sold Isak, then they would have asked for more money. So we can use all the Isak money on fixing the other areas where the prices aren't going to be inflated type thing. So yeah, I do think it's a waiting game, but I don't think it's a case of Newcastle are going to sit there and go, we couldn't get Sesko, right? We're not going for any other striker. Isak is staying because they're going to need to get a guy in.
The Craig Hope thing that he posted. Let me read you exactly what Craig Hope said. You Newcastle have refused to deny that Isak has gone AWOL in Spain, as his attempts to force a move to Liverpool took an unsavory turn that has infuriated supporters. Newcastle have not denied that the Swede is AWOL. His latest move raises the possibility of a club fine if they determine he has left Tyneside without their knowledge. So far, Mail Sport has been told nothing to suggest Newcastle are aware of Isak's intentions. And then he says, Newcastle will not sell Isak if they believe the move is not right for the club, but events of the past 7 days have made any potential reintegration extremely difficult. And that's the point. By the way, wallahi, I said what I said without even reading this guy's like.
His teammates aren't going to be very happy.
No,
No, but it's not just
for
about his
obvious reasons.
teammates. It's about the
But
fans.
when the
It's about the teammates. It's about the institutions. It's about everything.
I'll
If
be
a
honest,
player's head is...
I'll be honest. Fans
Tom, can I speak?
will.
Can I finish, please? Mid-sentence. Mid-sentence, Tom. Mid-sentence. Mid-sentence. So it's not just the players, it's the fans, it's everyone, it's Eddie Howe. Because if he's done everything that he's done over this last 2 weeks, let's consider what he's done. That didn't train with his team, doesn't answer phone calls, flew to Spain, completely ignored their preseason tour, of which they've already played 2 games, didn't turn up to any form of training, has been training on his own in his house or in a different country. How do I now take all that and go like, oh, by the way, if Sesko goes to Man United, he's going to stay at Newcastle? Why are you scaremongering fans? Why are people scaremongering Liverpool fans? Isak's head is so far gone. His head is so far gone. I don't believe there's any comeback Isak to Newcastle. I believe he's gone.
There is for a year. Ultimately, there is always an opportunity to come back. Your point of, yes, the players will be the hardest ones to get back on side because he's caused them a load of shit because their whole preseason has now been fucking overshadowed and they've had to deal with field and media questions, this, that, and the other. The fans are the quickest to turn back on side. I guarantee you right now, if Isak comes back that first game after the window shuts and back to brace, the Newcastle fans will not really care that he spent the summer trying to push for a move because they'll just be happy that he scored in the moment and they've got him for the time being. Football fans are the most emotional and the most hypocritical. And I know that because we've all done the same. The first game Coutinho had back after his fucking spat at the start of 17-18, he bagged a free kick against Leicester and all of a sudden I was sitting there going, oh my God, Phil's back. I love having little Phil Coutinho on my team. Same thing with Suarez after his all Arsenal spat as well. He came back after his bite ban, scored 2 against Sunderland, and everyone's back on side.
All different situations.
How is the Suarez one a different situation?
Can I say something?
How's the Suarez one a different situation to the Isak one?
Okay, I'll tell you why Suarez is a different situation. Because Suarez, his head was turned by Arsenal, who were of similar level at the time.
We were not of a similar level to Arsenal at that time.
We literally finished second and they finished 4th.
Right, so, and then for the 2 years after that, we didn't finish above them. For the 3 years before, for the 4 years before that, 3 or 4 years before that, we hadn't finished above them.
Yeah, no one's talking about any of this. Also, Suarez did not refuse to turn up to training. Suarez was there. So hold that.
Suarez
Isak
literally handed in a
Can
transfer
I
request.
say something?
Can I just, first of all, big up to 22 minutes late, Callum Sanderson. Hi, Callum. Hi, Callum. You good, brother? You good? Good.
Yeah.
Isak ain't coming this window. Newcastle can't sell him even if they want to. What do you mean they can't sell him even if they want to? This makes no sense. What do you mean?
All right, Hassan, can you? I'm trying to do a screen share. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Look at this statement from 2017. This is when Felipe Coutinho was obviously trying to get away from Liverpool and go to Barcelona. We put out this, Newcastle haven't even done that. We put out this. You never guess what? Coutinho, like Tom said, came back for 6 months and he was gone. That's why you might not like what I'm about to say, but this is why Tom has a very valid point. Yes, his head is gone. And Coutinho's head was already gone when he was in Liverpool. Remember, he faked the back injury, everything.
Twice.
What I'm saying,
I'm done with
twice.
this.
What I'm saying is this, though.
See, he's a little dictator who doesn't like it when I make a valid point.
What I'm saying is this, and Carl, I don't know if you agree, yeah.
What's going on here?
So basically, Hassan thinks his Isak's head is so far gone that he just can't play for Newcastle ever again. And I'm like, I understand that, but the same thing happened with Coutinho. Coutinho's head was fully turned by Barca, faked injury. Yeah, he faked injury, didn't want to play. We forced him and said, you're gonna stay another 6 months, reintegrated him back into the team. Everyone knew the situation. I remember Oxlade-Chamberlain took over the interview when they asked Phil. Oxlade-Chamberlain had to speak for him. The same thing is gonna happen.
That was after Bournemouth away.
The same thing is going to happen. I'm just giving you an example. It's not impossible for Isak to go back to Newcastle, and like you said, some fans will forgive him, some fans won't even care, some fans will just celebrate the goals, knowing that he's just there. They know he's on borrowed time, but Newcastle, from a business point of view, will have no choice other than to reintegrate him, no matter how frustrating he is. Obviously, he's not going to be mentally there, but let's not act like that could never happen, guys.
Once again, this has nothing to do with Liverpool Football Club, Matty. Just because Sesko wants to go to Man United over Newcastle does not mean that Isak won't be a Liverpool player. That's not the thing.
I'm more on Sam's side with this situation, if I'm going to be honest. I'll explain why. Hear me out.
Look at how quickly he's throwing you away, Matt. Look how quickly he's throwing you away.
This heel turn.
All this negativity is crazy. You gave Nunes a 4 on the player ratings, and now you're doing this.
I'm with you, Matt. I can't believe you turn on you that quick.
Out, yeah. All right, let's move. Go on. Let's go.
This is why I think Hassam's closer to it than you are, Matt and Tom.
Okay.
So, firstly, we gave Coutinho a new contract in the January before the summer happened. So straight away, we had more leverage than what Newcastle have. That's the first thing. Second of all, with all due respect to Newcastle, we're a bigger team than what Newcastle are, and we weren't under any financial constraints to spend any money. Coutinho money obviously helped us, but we weren't under any financial constraints. Second of all, there is Isak at Newcastle, from what we've been told, has been given broken promises in the sense of he was promised a new contract. That contract wasn't delivered. So it's not just Liverpool coming in for him. I think there's also a lack of or communication breakdown with Newcastle in regards to a contract offer that was meant to have happened that never happened. And on top of that, the fact that he expected Newcastle to improve as a team and as a squad, and that hasn't happened either. And we are in a position of power whereby if Newcastle don't sell Isak, they're not in a position to strengthen the squad any further. So that effectively means if they keep Isak, the longer they keep him, the more his value depreciates and the less they have to go out into the market and spend, because they have no other sellable assets of that level apart from the closest being maybe Bruno Gomes or Anthony Gordon, but no one on his level.
Did they go for Ekitike?
Say that again.
Even though we won that battle, did they go in for Ekitike?
Yes, but for me, that was on the premise. That was on the premise that they would sell Isak after that. They wouldn't have just bought Ekitike and kept Isak. In my opinion.
All right. So
what they would have done in that situation, Matt, they would have held us by the balls and tried to get more money out of us.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna say. People have this assumption that Newcastle is some serious PSR issues and they have to sell. They don't have to sell. What it is though is that if they sell Isak, it gives them greater flexibility. I understand the contract situation and broken promises. I'm not even going to go into too much semantics. What I'm going to say, though, is the player wants out. So did Coutinho, right? Head's fully gone. What I'm saying is this. Isak, yes, is very... I doubt that he's going to play again for Newcastle, but it's not under the realms of...
Yeah, so that's just my point. That's my point.
Yeah, but no, but what I'm saying is, what me and Tom are saying is, we've seen it with Coutinho. The club
I don't
think who you're agreeing with.
It's different. It's a different scenario though. Newcastle can't bring. They're struggling getting players in. If they could bring players in right this second, let's say they brought in Sesko tomorrow and Wisa, I think they would happily sell Isak. But right now they can't. What we are saying is that even though we still believe that Isak will be a Liverpool player, if Newcastle can't get in any forwards, this saga could drag on for another 6 months. Why would Newcastle sell when they're in the Champions League? They will not have a senior striker. Now, as much as we can clown them and say like, because remember their boardroom is up in the air. They've got no CEO, no sporting director, but they're gonna be appointed shortly. They still got rich owners that care about the club. So, in my opinion, they are still going to hold on to Isak, even if it means it's bad for business. They will do that until they get in players. That's all I'm saying.
Genuine question here. What was Coutinho? What was the offer Barca offered for Coutinho in the summer? Because I actually can't remember.
It was about 110.
It's 90. No,
No, they got to 100. They got to 100. I think it was either 105 or 110. It was
So
either 105 or
Is
110.
there no argument to say that we just basically said to them, well, we're not going to sell to you because your valuation's too low, as opposed to we won't sell to you at all because 6 months later we sold to them because we got the value we wanted, right?
142. I think it was. Right?
I don't think that was the case, Callum. I think just in that moment we didn't have a valuation for him because we didn't want to sell him. But the thing with the Coutinho one, and I'll be honest, Coutinho wasn't the one I wanted to use for Isak. It's Suarez, the one that I wanted to use for Isak, because I think that's a little bit more of a similar thing. But with Coutinho, he signed a new contract. Suarez was a lot closer to this one than the
I feel like Coutinho's one was.
No, because Suarez
is closer, but
so Luis Suarez.
Tom, what's going on?
No, hold on. So Luis Suarez.
Who you agree with?
So let's compare the situations. Luis Suarez in the summer of 2013 to Isak now. They just come off.
Yeah, Habibi, Newcastle are here. Liverpool are here.
Liverpool in 2013 finished 7th.
Yeah, but Arsenal
here,
hadn't won anything from, and they weren't looking like they were going to win anything.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's actually entirely fucking irrelevant to my point because that wasn't what Luis Suarez was looking at.
Just to let you know, Coutinho had no release clause, and neither did Isak. There's no release clauses for either of them. Yeah.
Suarez,
I
can't even do my point because Sam's interrupting.
Go ahead. Do your point.
Sorry, bro. Go on, bro.
But it's okay for you to interrupt me after 3 words.
Yeah. So Suarez and Isak, we're looking at it like this. Summer of 2013, Suarez had just come off being our top scorer, second top scorer in the league. The team had just finished 7th. He wasn't looking. He didn't have any ambitions that we were going to achieve anything. Same thing going on with Isak, except they finished 5th. But he'd won a trophy and he was disillusioned he was going to win any more at Newcastle. So he wanted to move on to a team he could actually win the trophies at. Arsenal team finished higher up in the division than Liverpool, came in with an offer that turned Suarez's head to the point where Luis Suarez himself put in a transfer request at Liverpool and asked to move to Arsenal. Similar thing, bar the written transfer request, because that doesn't happen nowadays, has happened with Isak. Liverpool have come in, said they're interested, and then we went, okay. The Newcastle went, well, yeah, whatever. And the same thing is happening there. The only difference there is in 2013, Liverpool just illegally didn't let his contract wasn't, it was a release clause in the way it was a release clause. It was a release clause, but it wasn't. It was we can 40 million is where we start the negotiations. It's not an actual release clause. So there was no release clause in that one, despite what he believed. And then he was going to refuse to go training, and it took a meeting between him, Gerrard, and Rodgers, where Gerrard was basically sort of fucking damage control between them and managed to convince him to stay one more year. Isak is also in the situation, seen that Newcastle aren't willing to sell him, gone AWOL, but there's no Steven Gerrard to intermediate between Eddie Howe and Alexander Isak at this point. That's where I'm saying these situations are similar.
Can I jump in?
Mm-hmm.
So I refute those points, Tom, based on this. We just won the Premier League.
Yeah.
And we have added massively to our squad.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone can agree with that. When Arsenal came in for Suarez, they finished 4th in the league. If I'm not mistaken, hadn't won a trophy that season, we'd finished 7th. And we had just added Coutinho and Sturridge to that team. That's the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
Suarez wasn't campaigning because he wanted to join Arsenal. He just wanted to leave Liverpool, and Arsenal were the only team fronting up the money. Yeah. So straight away, in that sense, Isak only wants Liverpool as things stand right now. He's not just saying, I want to get out of Newcastle. He's saying, I want to leave Newcastle for Liverpool. Whereas Suarez was like, I just want to leave Liverpool and go to a quote-unquote bigger team. On top of that, the values of both players, Isak is seen as probably the highest value he's ever going to be, whereas Suarez we knew would get a higher value for him if we kept him for another season. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, Suarez was on a ban at the time as well.
Yeah, you were saving for Ivanovic, yeah.
Therefore, once again, I don't think I don't think this Isak scenario is similar to any other scenario at the two you mentioned both. Like, I don't think it's similar to Coutinho, and I don't think it's similar to Suarez.
Do you know what
In reality,
I'll tell you why it's more similar to Coutinho.
You guys are so negative. You both. You're first of all, Matt. I'm just.
I think Isak's going to do it.
See how he interrupted? 3 words. 3 words. You notice? I'm disappointed. He interrupted. See?
That's 2 words.
I am disappointed. I think he joins. Let me talk. You were shouting when I interrupted
you. Called me negative. I just want to
make me point. Can't even make me point because I get interrupted by Osam. Why interrupting then? Why interrupting? Huh? Why interrupting?
I'm defending my dignity, my honor.
No one cares. Your dignity is on the ground. You want to Mason Mount. Anyway, let's go back to the topic here. So let me tell you something about these 2 negative frauds right here. You see this Matt and Tom guy? First of all, I'm disappointed in Matt that he decided to agree with this fraud. You always should question your decisions when you agree with Tom Little. Number 1. Number 2, I actually have an even more unpopular opinion that's going to shock you both. And I'm going to take it to the other step. I think this Isak shit gets done even quicker than you people think. I think this Isak stuff is going to get done possibly this week. Week in the Arab world is like Friday. Week starts in it. So Friday to Friday. So I think within this next 7 days, this shit is going to be done already. His head is way too gone. His head is way too gone.
As in he'll be a Liverpool player by this time next week. By Friday next week.
And he will get the here we go. You get me? Like Fabrizio, Isak to Liverpool, here we go. You know? So within these next 7 days, I think he's going to be...
And this is based on whether Newcastle don't get a striker or not. You just think this is so separate. You don't think Newcastle...
I will tell you. Okay,
go on.
I think no one gives a flying fuck who Newcastle get rejected by or who Newcastle sign. Because I explained my reasoning. The player's head is way too gone. Way too gone. Don't turn up to training. Don't answer calls. Don't end up on the preseason tour. Don't do any of that stuff. The guy is in Spain while Newcastle are in East Asia. And you think there is a world in which Isak will turn around and go like, oh, by the way, guys, because you didn't get Sesko, guess what? I can give you another year. There are actual reports from journalists, not what Tom thinks, from journalists that say that Isak has made it clear to Newcastle that last season is going to be his last season at the club. So I think that relationship, that bridge has been completely burnt. I don't think there is any comeback. I don't think there's enough engineering to engineer a new bridge for people to walk in. I think he's gone. And actually, I think this will get done a lot quicker than you think because Newcastle need the money and they don't have time to fuck around. And my opinion was changed by this, not just by journalists, by someone in the chat who went like, I was one of the people who agreed with Jamie Phillips last week on last week's Friday show. And people were like, you know, I think this is like something that might take time and blah, blah, blah. Okay, no problem. This is something that might take time. Then someone in the chat was like, here's the thing, Hussam. Newcastle have only signed Anthony Elanga. They're in the Champions League. They need money to buy players. They do not have time. They do not have time to mess around. So that's why my logic is very consistent. And there you are. See, you can talk now.
Say something?
Adult
conversation. Matt and Tom, do you not think the deal's going to happen? Or
No. See, this is where
I think it's happening. I just think it might take a bit of time.
We both think it's happening. What we're both saying is, though, I genuinely think it's happening. All I'm saying is, though, I think it could take a little bit longer because I just don't see a world where Newcastle are that stupid where they just sell Isak and go, oh, it doesn't matter if we don't get in a striker. We'll get one at some point. Like, I'm just trying to think from a business perspective. Like, they've got that. Remember, we're thinking as Liverpool fans. You got to figure as Newcastle are thinking about their own fans. They sell their top striker. There's no replacement inside, but Newcastle are not trying to keep their dignity. Remember, Newcastle are trying to get to a certain level. That's just stupid business. And now I'm saying as a Liverpool fan,
I wouldn't be surprised if we signed him after he played Newcastle.
I don't think if it's going to happen, I don't think it takes over a month because it's not over a month. Sorry, it'll be like.
Do you get why did you do all that drama at the start of the show then?
Because all I was doing at the start of the show was saying I do see a 1% chance where he stays and they just reintegrate him back into the
Oh,
squad.
you decided to argue with me over 1% when 99% you agree with me? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
After all
We
these years,
spent
you're still
30
getting
minutes
gassed.
arguing over a 1% chance.
Yeah.
There's a
Nah,
1%
Tom,
chance
don't let
I
him do
end up
that.
with
It
Megan
won't
Fox.
1%. It won't.
It's
None
not
of that has
1% that you end up with
1%
Megan
chance.
Fox. It's
This
not
guy
1%.
arguing with me over 1%, bro. Like, it's
Hassan,
just...
this
Tom,
is what
I'm gonna fight you one day. Honestly, this guy arguing with me over 1 fucking percent.
Wait, Tom, take some secret jiu-jitsu lessons or something. So when that
I just have to consider there is a world, because we have done it before and other clubs have done it before, where they just keep him for 6 months or a year. And
he signs a new deal knowing that he's going to leave.
He won't sign a new deal. That's the one thing I don't think he'll
And
do.
that's the
Even if
word
he
of
gets
the
reintegrated.
1% chat.
Even if he gets reintegrated, I don't think he signs a new deal. I think it's
Okay. Here I'm going to
keys.
say. Here I'm going to say. For him to be reintegrated, you don't. If whether it's a 6 months extension to just to basically ensure that he gets that that pay increase, you don't think that can ever happen. You don't think he'll sign anything with Newcastle.
No.
Even if it means a pay increase for 6 months, knowing he's going to leave.
No, because I just don't think he even risks that. I think
I'm not saying it's going to happen.
And I also think it's just the case.
Yeah.
I also think it's just a case of Newcastle also don't really have the power in that situation. Like I think the idea that he comes back and reintegrates and all of a sudden Newcastle have all the power. No, Newcastle are still in that situation pretty powerless because they're reintegrating him because the only reason they'd be reintegrating him is because they've only got fucking William Masula. They need Isak back. So he'd only be reintegrated if they can't get that striker in. And like I said, fans would forgive pretty easily for the time being once he starts scoring goals again. The player to be the hardest to get on side because he's caused so much shit in pre-season, but that's by the by. He would only stay a year and then he'd be gone. That's the only scenario. And it's got like a 1% chance of happening anyway. But we have to consider that as a possibility. The idea that if
I don't
he
have
was
to
not leave,
consider 1% as a possibility.
if there wasn't, I'm just saying, if there was a world where he wouldn't be reintegrated, I just don't believe that. I believe.
Okay, can I prove to you my point? Who do you think can win the league this season? Who do you think can win the league?
Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Chelsea.
Okay, why didn't you mention the 1% clubs?
Because there aren't any.
There you are. See, he's here and he just lies through his fucking teeth.
What 1% club is there?
There are other clubs in the league who have a 1% chance of winning the league. Other than the 4 we agree on, where the numbers are separated like 50, 30, 20, there is some clubs who you give a 1% chance of winning the league, but you don't mention them. It doesn't matter who. The point is you don't mention them because it's 1%.
No, I don't mention them because it's 0%. They won't win the league.
Can I
yes, Callum. Callum, can you stop raising your hand? This is
no,
Don.
I don't want to.
We're not in fucking KG, Callum. Out here going like, can I please talk, sir? Like people, you get me, like just talk, Habibi. This is Don Hussam channel. This is the playground, baby. This is how we operate. Go ahead.
It's like the playground, baby.
This fucker interrupt me once every 2 words, and you're raising your hand. Talk whenever you want.
So I see a world where obviously it gets done. I don't think Newcastle are silly with this, and plus, with you saying that it's going to be difficult to get the players back on side. If he's been made promises by Newcastle and they haven't stuck to those promises, there's a more likelihood that the players are actually more sympathetic to what he's doing as opposed to annoyed with him. I don't think there's a scenario here where not there's a scenario, but I think there's a very slim chance Newcastle keep him beyond this summer. A very slim chance.
Oh yeah.
So wait, hold on a second. So now you're saying you think there's a slim chance he does stay?
Well, of course, there's obviously a slim chance, but I think he'll join Liverpool.
Wait there. Let's pause right there.
Wait. I think there's a slim chance Bournemouth beat us on the first day of the season, but I still think
I see what you're trying to do there, because the whole point is you're doing that now. Because when you first was saying me and Tom was wrong, this is exactly what me and Tom was saying, and now you just agreed with us.
I joined the stream late, so all I heard was what.
No. The bit I'm talking about.
You was here for Coutinho and Suarez. I just disagreed with those.
We said there is a very, very slim chance that he could get reintegrated for like 6 months, because this could potentially happen. Because if Newcastle don't get any strikers, me and Tom think there's that slight chance they won't sell him. So, and you just literally went there a minute ago with Hassam because that's why Sam's been quiet now. He's realized. Go on, Sam, say something. What do you want to say now?
I
Sam?
haven't realized anything. There is a 0% chance of Isak staying at Newcastle. How about that?
So what are you saying now, Cal?
I'm saying
you was on
100%
Hassan's
he's
team.
joining Liverpool. Now what? Yes, I'm saying
Checkmate.
it.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Checkmate. All right, cool.
No, not even checkmate. I like in
What
my
do you,
heart.
no, what do you believe genuinely?
What
Like,
do I
are you?
genuinely believe? I genuinely
Yeah,
believe he'll be a Liverpool player.
Yeah, but you think there's a slight chance, like myself and Tom, that he
Well,
could
I'm saying in
potentially.
terms of life, I have to say there is a slight chance. But in my heart,
Cal, stop it.
Yeah, but that's
man.
just the typical Callum fence sitting, like nothing new.
Yeah,
Wow.
nah, you're doing
Callum, it's the truth. You always do this. You're like,
Nah.
Jamie always said some wild shit, and he's like, I understand where Jamie's coming from, but here's why I disagree. That's the typical Callum
I
stuff.
never understand where Jamie's coming from. Let's make that.
That's why this Scottish stuff works, because you go like, I understand where Matt's coming from. Here's why he's wrong. I understand.
Lads,
where
I hope you just watched what's gone on in the last 20 minutes. How he quickly threw you to the side when you disagreed with him, and then brought
I will
Cal
never
on with
throw
all
Matt
buddy
to the
with
side.
Cal, and then the moment Cal says something he disagrees with,
I'll
throw
never
him to the
throw.
side again,
I'll
Ben
never
Sitter.
throw Matt to the side. Callum threw you to the side. Never forget. And he has completely abandoned the friendship. He has said he's no longer in a tag team with you to begin with, even though
And
for the
best of
first
all
2-3 weeks you guys turned up like the Dudley boys. You get me? So yeah.
It was
Now
1 week.
now he's laughing. Me and Matt disagree once every month. It's okay. Sometimes he falls for the trap of agreeing with Tom Little. It happens. You get me? Humans make mistakes, but then he comes back to the natural Tom is a fraud type of relationship. So
And sometimes you go random and say things like, "We should have got Jose Mourinho as a manager." But hey, that's just one
sometimes
thing,
you
right?
say random stuff like, like Nunes deserved the 4 after missing a tap-in against
Oh
you get
no,
me,
a player
Japanese
rating.
electricians.
Sometimes we say things like, "We want the manager who just want the league out the door." I'm just saying.
That's not true. That was said before the transfer window even opened.
It's even worse.
I mean, who's counting, right? I mean, these are just throwaway statements.
The thing is, I don't
It's-
even know your bad take.
Sergio Ramos as well. Matt, Sergio Ramos. You wanted
Yeah,
Sergio
Sergio Ramos.
No,
on loan
Tom, you're doing
versus
too
the-
much. It was
Sergio Ramos.
two
Sergio
jabs
Ramos
each.
on
No,
loan for a
I'm
year.
not.
It was two
I'm
jabs
not,
each, bro.
I'm not letting that one go.
Yeah,
not letting
Sergio
that
Ramos
one
on
go.
loan
Tom, allow it,
for a
'cause
year
you
versus
said,
Kwanzaa, messaging Bonnie Blue. Wow.
Right, let's get back on track.
Yes.
So, Cal, there is a
By
slight
the way,
chance.
Matt, can I tell you one thing, please? Just
Yeah,
one thing
yeah.
before you
Yeah,
ask
go on, go
Callum
on.
a question. There is video evidence of Tom saying Vardy is better than Van Persie. That's who you're agreeing with.
What?
I said,
You're
Just
lying, bro.
what in terms of
He
Premier
said
League
Jamie
legacy?
Vardy is better than Van Persie. So take a step back. And
I
think who you're agreeing with.
said Vardy's Premier League legacy is probably going to be looked at better than Van Persie's because Vardy done it. Vardy was one of the faces of the biggest achievement of all time, and he's outscored him. Not saying he's a better footballer, but his legacy will be better.
You're doing that whole Gerard Scholes thing again, innit?
It was said in the same stream.
Legacy.
Oh, what were you smashing beers that stream, bro? What are we doing here?
What? So do you disagree with me with the idea that Vardy in 10 years' time will be looked at slightly more positively in the Premier League than Van Persie was?
Yes, Tom. I think everyone disagrees with you here.
Bro, man.
I disagree. Jamie Vardy's Premier League legacy is really strong when you look at it.
But chat, remember, the reason why Scholes has a better legacy than Gerrard is because Scholes has 13 more titles. How many more titles does Vardy have than Van Persie?
They have the same amount.
They've got the same
Oh,
amount.
crazy. Nice one, mate. Anyway, go on, Callum.
Good point there, Sam. Great point. They've got the same amount of trophies.
Okay, because you said it's about the stats and you're talking
Mhm.
about the ability. So
No, I'm not.
Van Persie beats him in stat. He beat him in ability.
doesn't beat him in
he beats him
stats.
in everything. And
He
they have the
doesn't
same
beat-
amount
he
of trophies.
doesn't beat
And he
him
has
in
a
stats.
Premier League golden
I
boot.
can't believe you said that.
Two golden boots, actually. Go ahead, Callum. Talk.
I can't believe you said that. Oh,
What the Vardy's Premier League legacy might be looked on better than
you know
Van
how
Persie's.
good Robin Van Persie.
In your
was.
Yes, I know. I
In
know
your
how good
eyes.
Van Persie was, but I don't think I'm miles out to say.
No, he doesn't know how good the Van Persie was because he was 5.
Yep, very
Brother
original.
Thomas, man.
You do, Sam. You do realize Jamie Vardy outscored Van Persie in the Premier League.
You do realize you wanted Mason Mount. You do realize.
That's actually just not relevant to my point.
How many?
You
how
wanted
many
Jake
games
Nicole.
So let me get this straight. I can't. By the way, I can't win with the Sam. I big up a United player, I'm scum. I downplay a United player, I'm scum. I can't win. What do you want? At the end of the day, I sat there and went, if I'm looking at Van Persie and Vardy, if I think someone in 10 years' time is going to look at those two and look at their stats and look at what they've achieved, they'll see Van Persie done what he done. Very good footballer. Had that 3-year run. He had that 3-year run.
Can I
just play the video?
RVP had that 3-year run from 2011 to 2013.
Let's just put the Vardy
has that one. Vardy has that.
That's the video. Play the
2015-16.
video, bro.
Tom.
Vardy has that 2015-16.
Tom, who has a greater Premier League legacy out of the three? Harry Kane, Shearer, and Henry.
Henry.
If I'm not mistaken, Kane and Shearer both outscored him, though.
Yep.
Henry won, was it 2 or 3 Premier League titles? I think it was 2.
2.
2.
Shearer won 1, so Henry only won 1 more Premier League title. So
Yep.
why is it that 1 Premier League title difference, but yet a massive amount of goals difference, but Henry still considered the best?
Because Henry also had how many assists? Henry had so many individual honours, and if you want to look at it just purely trophies wise, each trophy is weighted slightly differently. So Henry won a fucking invincible. That means more than Shearer winning at Blackburn in the nicest possible way, because Blackburn's trophy was not this plucky underdog one. That's why when I compare the Vardy and Van Persie, yes, they both won 1 league title, but Vardy's league title is worth a hell of a lot more than Van Persie's one.
Bruh.
Can we get back to talking about the modern Henry? Let's talk about him. Callum, there was something you wanted to say during the Isak debate. Also, I want to ask you both an important question.
My head's gone. I can't remember what.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Remember, you agreed with this guy when you first joined. Like the video, chat, and subscribe. Everyone, please like and subscribe. So I want to ask the question: can we get Rodrygo alongside Isak? That's the question I'm going to ask to Sanderson Group first. Go ahead. Open it.
We can do it. I think the deal depends on us as opposed to the player or the club that he plays for. I think it depends on whether we want to get him or not. I think if we want Rodrygo, we'll get him. If we don't, then I think we'll pivot to someone else. I am not. I know everyone is saying it should be Rio who's the understudy to Gakpo. I'm still not a fan of that idea, even though I think the kid's class. But I don't know if we're going to.
He actually looked better than Gakpo himself in that game as well.
I'm not speaking about it. I spoke on Kopish on it yesterday, and it got very heated and very ugly.
Why are you not speaking about it? Speak.
No.
What do you think? Gakpo need to learn Arabic?
No. No.
What then?
All I've said about Gakpo is I think he's a very good squad player, but I think he can be very predictable at times and can be frustrating because of that predictability.
I agree.
Oh, crazy that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I said, if by the way, I said if it were up to me to sell one of them, I would have sold Gakpo over Diaz. I've said this.
Would you sell Gakpo over Diaz?
100%. Diaz more versatile.
There we go.
Way less
Oh, there we go. That's the most cockney I've ever heard.
Yeah, that definitely changed.
Yeah.
Just
This
quickly,
guy
I've got
turned
an
into Danny
update
Dyer all of a sudden.
regarding the Newcastle journalist. His name's called Lee Ryder. Pause.
Yeah.
From the Chronicles chief. Alexander Isak will be told to fulfill his duties as a Newcastle player and return to training as soon as the club's preseason tour is over. The striker will be told to play in their August friendlies with Espanyol and Atletico Madrid. Isak knows the score.
We'll see. I disagree that I would have sold Gakpo. I wouldn't have sold Gakpo, but
Over Diaz, not sold Gakpo.
Good man, Fenway Sanderson Group. It's a good take.
But I'm not going to sit here and act like
Like he's the best left winger in the world, basically.
Yeah, I think because he's a Liverpool player, I think he can be overrated sometimes by our fan base. I think if you look at what Gakpo is, he's a player, in my opinion, who gets good goals and gets clutch goals. But I think he bullies some of the smaller teams. Even though he has goals against, obviously, Man United and Real Madrid, I feel like he bullies the smaller teams, which is what's needed. But I watch him for 90 minutes sometimes. I'm very underwhelmed by what.
Why didn't he bully Yokohama?
The thing is, I'm not. If Matt's all jokes aside here, if Matt's being truthful here, I'm not basing my opinion on Gakpo based on yesterday's friendly. I've kind of maintained this opinion about Gakpo since he's been there. I don't hold much weight in yesterday's friendly in the sense of I saw Wirtz taking horrible touches.
Make Gravenberch in that first half. Couldn't control the football.
I saw Kanate almost break Szoboszlai's leg. Like, it was a bit of a madness in the first half. I don't know what was going on with the team. So I'm not going to sit here and act like Cody's rubbish. I'm just saying, I look at Cody and I think, have you really developed your game since you've been here? And I don't necessarily think he has.
I don't necessarily think that's a fault of
All I'm
his,
saying
though,
is I
in
don't
that way.
exaggerate. I think Rio Gomoha is our Lamine Yamal.
That's where I can't say. Here's the thing, now Tom. Here's the thing, yeah. Even though I'm sitting there saying we can't say that, or I'm saying I can't say that, we don't know. What I will say,
no, we do know.
No, we don't, because we would have said this about Lamau. If we would have said this about Yamal, sorry. What I will say is, the Premier League's harder than La Liga, and I don't know if you'll get as many chances as what Lamine Yamal got. So
that's the point.
Name
Lamine Yamal.
You saw from Rio Gomoha that you didn't like. Just one thing.
He's a
everything about it.
No, everything's about him is wicked, bro.
Who dribbles better, Gomoha or Gakpo?
Oh no, we're doing this.
Matt, do not answer.
Why are you saying me? Why are you saying me? You
Guys, can we just dribbling is the most obvious one to give.
Well, who do you think's better, Cal? Out of the two,
Engamo was a better dribbler. Engamo has got more pace. Cody Gakpo is better than product.
Correct, 100%. I agree.
Yeah.
I think Gakpo is way better as a shooter.
And he's better physically.
As a shooter, 100%. As a finisher,
and as a passer.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. Gakpo's
a
better
passer. Gakpo passes.
Gakpo's a better passer.
I think he's got a better cross. I don't know.
He's also got better decision making as well, in my opinion.
You can tell Gakpo's the more mature footballer, but
100%.
What you have there is a nice dynamic where you can have. I always said Diaz was the more replaceable profile. That's what I meant. We've got Rio Ngamoa there, who is pretty much just what Luis Diaz was, but 10 years younger, and that's something I can then work with. My point with Gakpo is still his ceiling at Liverpool will ultimately be fourth choice attacker. He will never be one of the top three. If I'm looking at Liverpool with a Salah, an Isak, a Wirtz, and a Gakpo, Gakpo's fourth choice. Gakpo is the fourth option. Gakpo is there for back post crosses and to put some crosses in himself and beat his man down the line occasionally and whipping some of them shots. That's what he is. But I don't like this notion that's come about the last couple of games where it's now, Gakpo's shit, he's this, he's that.
This is what I'm saying.
If we're judging it off pre-season, he's like our second top scorer.
One thing I don't understand, is that
I don't think anyone's calling Gakpo crap, though.
No. What they're doing though is they're going, we've lost Diaz, and look at Rio, look what he can do. He's exciting, takes on his player. We don't see enough of that from Gakpo. First of all, they're different play. You see, Gakpo, Gakpo is someone who, off the ball, I think he was better than Diaz off the ball. Gakpo will always be back post. Like when Salah's got the ball, Gakpo's got more of a striker's instinct. Because Gakpo theoretically is a striker, but he kind of plays wing. That's why he does do the just cut inside. He hasn't really got like the tricks of a natural winger. He's not built like that. But he's very much a mechanical. What's the one I'm looking for? He's very much like, what's the phrase?
Sorry to cut you, man. Hassam, I know it's not even my community, so I don't want to overstep the boundaries.
What's I going to say again?
All I'm going to say is anyone in the comment section, if you're going to be rude to anyone on the panel, I'm gonna absolutely go for you, innit? Like Sam's my brethren.
That's it. I got it.
Who's being rude? We will.
No, I'm not gonna call that an end. But in the same way, if you came up to one of us on the street and started some trouble, I'm gonna back it for one of these guys. I'm gonna do it online. So if you're gonna say something cheeky or anything like that, be prepared to hear something back that you might not like as well. That's all I'm gonna say.
I hear that. I think it is, but I'm not too sure. That's it. He's a repetition forward. When I say repetition, Gakpo kind of does the same thing over and over again, like very much repetition over and over, but it's still very effective. Like I still think if Gakpo plays 38 games in a Premier League, Gakpo is actually good enough, in my opinion, to get you 17 to 20 goals. Gakpo's actually,
Gakpo will never score 20 goals in a season.
Are you talking about just in the league, Matt, or overall?
Bro, in the Premier League, hear what I'm saying? In the Premier League, I said he's good enough to get you 17, 20 goals. He is, bro. He might not get you the 20. All right, let me rephrase. All right, let me say 15 to 18. Might not get 20, but he'll get 15 in the Prem.
Yeah, I
but
think that's
overall,
the
he'll get
level.
you. What?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's the level. Like 15
Oh, the
to
level. If we
18.
said 11, sorry, my bad.
I
No,
mean,
no, not 11. I think 15 is like
Gakpo
Gakpo's-
started. Gakpo started 23 games last season and got 10 goals and 4 assists in the league. He had an injury in that time at the point in time where he was in his best form, which massively fucked him up, and he missed a number of games at that point. And at the start of the season, he wasn't starting games until October. If in Matt's case, we're saying he's starting 38 out of 38 games, I really don't think it's out the realms of possibility to say Gakpo gets 20 goals. You won't get me 10, 15 assists,
Yeah.
but he'll get me the 20 goals because Gakpo on the wing, he's that profile.
Salah will get more goals. If we sign Isak will get more goals, and Wirtz will probably get a similar amount of goals to Gakpo. I don't.
Well, in this side now, maybe you're right. I was just thinking if I'm running the same team as last year, but Gakpo's on the left every game rather than the rotation of what it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
If last season happened, but Gakpo was starting every game, Gakpo can get me 20 goals. This season, you're right, Cal, because of how it's changed the attacking shape.
Even if he played in the Prem last season, all those games, he wouldn't have got 20 goals.
Yeah,
Here I'm gonna say no. He might not but
by the way, if you actually go back in history, it's very rare for a player to score 20 goals. Like it's only it's not happened. Like I think the amount of players that have scored 20 goals is like less than 20. I think
Mane only got 20 goals once in the league.
No,
one time.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing:
That's
if
Mane,
we
by
get
the way.
Isak and Salah's still doing what he's doing, Gakpo almost becomes like the secret weapon because everyone's focus is on Isak and Salah. That's how Gakpo can get his goals. Because I think people just have this assumption that because you got Salah, you got Isak, and you got Wirtz, yeah, Gakpo's numbers ain't really gonna. What I'm saying is this: there will be a lot of attention in terms of scouting. They're gonna be we have to make sure we man mark Salah and Isak, and we've got to make sure Wirtz doesn't get in between the lines. That kind of leaves Gakpo open, in my opinion. And Gakpo, like I think we said it on the Monday night show, innit, Cal? One of the best finishers at the club. Like he's probably number 2 now. R.I.P. Jota. Jota was number 1. Then he probably Gakpo.
I actually think Wirtz is a better finisher than Gakpo.
You think Wirtz is a better finisher than Gakpo?
Yeah, I do.
I
think Gakpo's got a harder shot, but I think Wirtz is a better finisher.
What?
I think Wirtz.
Really?
Yes, I think he's got a better variety of finishes than Gakpo.
You forget. Yeah,
I'm not forgetting any of Gakpo's goals. I
said, even Gakpo, and I know it's Netherlands. Bro, Gakpo for Netherlands scores all types. And again, I know it's different, but football's still football. Bro, Gakpo is that's his game. He's a finisher. What it is, I think Wirtz is very good, but I think Gakpo is better. I think Wirtz is very good though.
I'll be honest. Out of the current attackers that we've got, which is Salah, if we're including Wirtz and Szoboszlai, I'll include them. Salah, Wirtz, Szoboszlai, Ekitike, Gakpo. He's probably number 2 on that list behind Salah. Salah's a better finisher than him. Gakpo's advantage in the finishing over Wirtz is Gakpo has the headers. I know Gakpo can score. I think Gakpo's heading ability goes massively overlooked with how good it is.
By the way, guys, just quickly, today's Newcastle training ground. You get me? There is a comeback, guys. There is a 1% chance that Isak comes back and is a Newcastle player. Always remember, guys. I think this is like the worst stream ever in terms of horrible opinions. I can't believe we just heard Wirtz is a better finisher than Gakpo, Callum.
He's frozen. It was that bad, by the way.
I don't even rate Gakpo that highly.
He has.
Gakpo is a very good winger, but what we're not going to do is say Wirtz is a better finisher than him. That's actually crazy, bro. First of all, I think if anything, the preseason friendly proves that this is still Mo's team. Make no mistake, this is literally still Mo's team, 100%.
Oh, yeah, it's Mo's team.
This is actually Tom will agree with me on this. Isak joining Liverpool is like KD joining the Warriors. It's still a Steph. And our Steph Curry is Mo. Even in that game, it was the same old story over and fucking over again. He created 4 big chances and they all missed the big chances. The ball,
Liverpool is still set up the same way.
The chance that he created for Nunes, my grandmother would have scored that. And she's 70 years old. Right in front of goal against Yokohama. Football Marinos, and he could not score.
That miss rattled me,
that
let him
was
get
that
the
was
fuck
for
out
all
the
the
club
people that say give him one more year.
ASAP. But
Yeah.
I will ask you both a question that we got diverted into the Gakpo debate.
Yeah.
Do you think Isak and Rodrygo both could be Liverpool players? Let Matt answer first because I already know your answer, Tom.
Yeah, I think if Liverpool really want to go for Rodrygo, we can get him. The money's there. It just depends on. I think Rio's caused a stir, but in a good way for the manager. I think he's made the manager go, do we need to go and get another winger? I might fast track Rio instead of getting Rodrygo. But me personally, what I would do is I would go and get Rodrygo because Rodrygo, you got to remember, I don't even like bringing this up, but Salah's not going to be around forever. He might have 2 more years. You still need another top winger. And as great as Rio is right now, he's not top. He's just an up-and-coming young prospect who's got amazing talent, right? So you go and get a Rodrygo as well. In an ideal world, Rodrygo would cover Diaz. That would be the perfect scenario because you've got a left winger who can also play right. And in an emergency, if we had some type of injury crisis, Rodrygo can always play for the center as well. And those are the type of options you want as a massive club. You look at PSG, they've got Cravar, they've got Doué, they've got Dembele, they've got Barcola. And we always sit there and go, oh, one of them's going to miss out. You think
And
PSG
Ramos,
care?
and Ramos as well.
And Goncalo Ramos. They've got forwards
Ramos
where...
is so shit as well. I can't lie to you. I don't rate him at all.
No, I know, but he's still there and they pay big money for him, though. Do you get what I'm saying? What I'm saying is they've got a variety of options where someone's always going to miss out. For too many years, for too long, especially under the old school ownership of RIP David Moores and obviously Rick Parry, yeah, it's been ingrained with us that like we just got to worry about our first 11. Like who's going to be there? If we get too many players, like who's going to play where? The football's changed so much. You need a squad. I think they've now changed it. If I'm not mistaken, guys, is it 9 squads? You're allowed to 9 squads, 9 subs. You're allowed to name now. If I'm not mistaken, for the
No
bench.
idea.
I think
I have no idea.
I thought it was 9 subs last season anyway.
Oh, maybe I'm going mad then. Maybe I'm going mad. But you need a big squad. We need a Rodrygo. I think if Liverpool want to do it, they can do it. It just depends whether they think Rio's ready now. I think that's what's the only thing.
Yeah, but can I just make that argument for Rio? First of all, as well, like Susu saying, don't want us to rush Rio. By the way, Lamine Yamal was rushed. Now look, Michael Owen was rushed. He won a Ballon d'Or and a Golden Boot. We won 5 trophies.
On the flip side, Ansu Fati was rushed and other players were rushed as well.
Bojan, Kerkez
When you
was
see a talent that's clearly 100% there,
yeah,
because we all know he's talented, in my opinion, there is no such thing as rush. Because even the finish was composed. I know it's only against Yokohama, but like he's a 16-year-old. So for me, like sitting, like that's the thing. There's no such thing as like rushing a player if the talent is there, in my opinion.
There is though, because the body can't handle it. We rushed by Setic.
No one's asking Rio Gomo to play week in, week out. We're saying Rio Gomo deserves a chance this season to get 20-25 games in all comps, not Premier League.
That's a lot of football.
I think the blueprint for
that's how we can get better.
is probably Foden with Man City. I think Foden managed. So I think Pep Guardiola managed Foden's progression into the first team very, very well. I think if we can do something similar with Rio, I think then we'll be on to.
I agree. Because the talent is there. But with this Rodrygo thing, look, I think we need a different. Here's why I want us to sign Rodrygo with Isak. First of all, I think the first thing we should do after signing Isak is signing Mark Guehi. We can't just be Konate, Van Dijk, and Gomez. There is an argument to be made that we might need 2 centre backs, but I'm willing to go into the season with 4. I said there's an argument to be made, but I'm willing to go into a season with 4. My thing is with this Guehi thing. Look, if Crystal Palace want 40 million, I think it's worth it. I really think it's worth it because we can't gamble a league title or a Champions League of 4 million. That's the thing for me. So, yeah, I really want to sign Guehi.
Davo Cop's exclusives out.
It's something rubbish, bro. We know.
Liverpool are ready to pay Newcastle up to 60 million up front for Alexander Isak. A further 60 million would follow next year. The add-ons could bring the total fee to 140 million, with 120 million guaranteed. Move getting closer.
What percent chance does he have now for remaining at Newcastle, mate?
That's like
still the same amount. There's still a chance.
Go on, Callum.
Money for us. You know, if I call John W. right now,
no, Davo Cop. Let me get this. What? Bro.
John Henry's probably got that on his front room table right now.
Do you think they'll accept that, guys? Just quickly, would they accept that in your
Yes.
opinion?
Yeah, they'll accept.
Yes, because he wants to leave.
They're only going to get 60 now.
Yeah, but anyway, even if someone paid them 150, you ain't gonna get
That's not how the
151 summer.
transfers. That Newcastle don't need the money.
That's
they
actually
need
better than
the
what they
ESR.
would get. Let's say Newcastle
How
150
much-
million, right? Let's say Newcastle 150 million. Let's say Barcelona are gonna pay them 150 million. If that's over a 5-year contract, that's 30 million per year. We're saying we're actually gonna give you more. We're gonna give you 60 and then 60 the year after. We're gonna give Newcastle the whole fee over a 2-year period. That's actually good. That's not a bad thing in terms of like PSR and stuff.
Why you guys worried
PSRs
about-
are relevant because sales just get lumped on anyway for what they are.
Man,
So
we're rich,
Newcastle
man,
would get
we're
the
rich.
150 in that
We're rich.
PSR
We're
window.
we're rich. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
and
the
the
money.
window's what,
I forgot this was the stage Callum was at.
We're here. We got the money out. What do you want? We're cool for money.
You think we're gonna sign
cool for
Isak and
money.
Rodrygo, Callum? Be honest.
Isak, yes. Rodrygo, I'm 50-50 on. Because I don't know if the club go all in for Rodrygo. I don't know if we will or not.
Just
As I
to
said,
break down.
if we want
Yeah.
him, we'll get him.
Yeah,
I
I
just don't
agree.
know if we're all in on him. And I think the club might be saying what you're saying right now and going, centre back's the priority. Like that's where our focus goes next.
Yeah. There's no. I would rather get a centre back than Rodrygo. As much as I want Rodrygo, everyone knows I'm a massive fan of Rodrygo. I want to get
What-
Rodrygo,
What I will
but we
say
need a
is
centre back. Basically, it
we
comes
need a
down
centre
to
back as much as we need another attacker if we sign Isak as well, though. Can't go
No.
to a season with 4 attackers.
no. But right now we need a centre back and a centre forward. Right now we have one centre forward at the club, Ekitike. Don't even count Nunes. He's not here.
We
So-
need,
and
we
he's
need
gonna get
5
sold.
attackers minimum. In the same way we need 4 centre backs, we need
understand,
5
Carl.
attackers.
But right now we have one centre forward. We are trying to retain the title and try and win a champs. You need at least 2 centre forwards. That's what I'm saying, right? So that's why Isak is the first, the one of the centre forwards. Then you got to go and get a centre back. Then after that, you can pivot towards another forward and make sure you got the 5. What we can't do is get Isak and Rodrygo, and we haven't got enough time left, and we're trying to do loan deals, and we bring back what's his name, the hologram, Ben Davis. We've got to get a centre back in. We have to.
Where even is he now?
I don't even know, bro. I
Last
thought
I
he was
checked,
made
he
up.
was at Rangers. By the way, do you
Nah,
guys
he
still have
left
to go at
Rangers.
10:30?
Say again?
What?
Do you guys still have to go at 10:30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do. Okay, no worries.
I don't know if we get Guehi though. I think Palace keep on playing hardball with that, and I don't think we go. I don't think we maintain because of our situation at centre back. I don't think we get into a saga with them. I think we pivot off quite quickly and get someone else.
Yeah, but there is no one as good in the market for that price. That's my problem.
Yeah, but I think Liverpool
No,
are quite
I agree.
happy to
I
wait
agree
for Guehi next summer. If he's not going to join this summer, they'll just have something in principle agreed for him on a free. That wouldn't
Yeah,
shock
I
me.
get what you're saying, but money aside, we can't go into a season like whatever you're gonna do, right?
No, but
Even if
you-
you want to sign some kid, that kid is gonna cost you 20 million anyway. So if you can
Mhm.
just go sign Guehi for 40 million pounds, it's worth it because of his
But you
leadership.
need to buy the kid anyway. You're still going to need to buy the kid anyway because Liverpool in the next 12 months need to sell Joe Gomez and buy 2 centre backs and just get Canati tied down to a new deal. The Canati new deal thing is going to drag on all season potentially, so that's not something to talk about right now.
We can sort out
Joe
Everyone
Gomez.
here just trust
Over.
Konate and Gomez now.
I've always trusted Joe Gomez as a 4th choice centre back.
You trust
The
him?
kid that we sign
Is,
should be
their
coming in.
injury problems.
Yeah, I know he's injury prone. I
Yeah,
know
that's
that,
the thing.
but he's not going to go this summer. We're not selling Joe Gomez this summer. We
I'm not
actually
saying we
kind
should
of
sell
need
him. That's why I'm saying we need someone like Mark Guehi. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
why Carl was making the point about when he was saying 5 centre back, he's almost looking at Gomez as like that's a separate occasion. So if Gomez was ever available, then
He made that face and then just hopped off.
I don't think you can look at because Joe Gomez is still going to have the expectation of being when he's fit being a backup guy, not 5th choice. I think it's very hard to sell that. I think that ultimately Liverpool will try for Mark Guehi. They might get him, they might not.
Yeah.
But the kid they'll bring in, if they move on to it, whether it's that Leone or Charlie
That's-
Crespo or
Tom,
whoever,
this is what I'm saying. So
they,
I reckon,
whoever they bring in will still be of a good level anyway.
yeah. So what I'm saying is the best thing for
Good
Liverpool to
level.
do right now is get Guehi and that young centre back. Is it what's the brother's name again? Leone, Scaloni, whatever. It's like, I don't know.
Leone from Parma.
Yeah, him. Yeah. So you get him and Mark Guehi. Scaloni.
Fucking
Peroni,
Argentina manager.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
Get Scaloni, Baloney.
Guys, let me land. That's the centre back, yeah, that we're trying to get, yeah, the Bologna one, yeah. And then obviously you get Mark Guehi. Gomez is just a separate occasion. Whatever happens with Gomez is what happens, because with Gomez, bro, the guy couldn't even make it to pre-season tour. I said bigger ends. You know what I said to ends today? I said Liverpool doing the whole he's got a minor Achilles. Bro, there's nothing minor about your Achilles. If you have a problem with your Achilles, you have some serious problems.
There is
Like,
nothing minor.
There's nothing minor about your
Minor
Achilles. It's a minor
Achilles.
Achilles problem. So therefore, we're going to make sure he doesn't fly. Brother, put the fries in the bag. Stop trying to cover it up. You don't want us to get scared. Big up Joe Gomez, but I feel like Joe Gomez might be cooked. I hate to say it. He might be cooked
Yeah,
for real.
I
Matt.
agree.
And Matt, do you think now we should have 5 centre backs or?
No,
I think we should go and buy 2 centre backs.
Oh,
So that'll make it 5. Yes. That's what I think.
Sam, your thoughts?
If we sign Guehi, I'm good.
Okay.
thank you, Hassan. Thank you for being logical. We cannot.
I
have
agree
five
with
centre-backs.
Tom. I think we need 2 centre backs. Yeah, I think. Yeah, because I ain't gonna.
We cannot sell someone on being 5th choice centre back. They never.
Gomez
fucking
is 5th choice centre back.
He's
He
not
hasn't got a choice.
He's not. He's not. He's not.
His
What is he
Achilles don't work.
Man brought up the ID. Thank you,
What do
Matthew.
you mean? His
Okay,
Achilles don't
mate.
work?
Flipping hell, bro. But Tom, all jokes aside, yeah, Joe Gomez right now, big him up if he's watching, because I don't want to disrespect him. I've got nothing but time, and Joe Gomez, that's my guy. But
Would Joe Gomez be
Avail-
watching?
I'm just saying, availability wise, Joe
Mhm.
Gomez, unfortunately, availability is not reliable. So anytime he's available, it is a bonus. So it's almost like you're not theoretically counting him, Tom.
And said
not trying to
available
sell-
as a bonus. That's crazy.
You're not trying to sell the project to Joe Gomez. He's already in the project. It's the other two. So you say to Mark Guehi, you're gonna be battling with Ibu, and you say to the young centre back, whenever we need to rest Virgil, whatever, you're gonna get a little bit of minutes, but it's gonna be more of an
So
embedded.
Joe
kind of
Gomez just
season.
never plays, and is supposed to just be happy with that.
Bro,
If
Joe
Jo-
Gomez
Joe-
might have to play left back or right back. He might have to play CDM. I'm just saying.
But we have the depth there now.
I don't think you understand.
Oh, we have to
Joe
get there.
Gomez is not available.
Who's going to cover Salah at right wing? Sorry, who's the name we've been told?
I think we're buying Malik Fofana, so I think Malik Fofana goes on the race.
It's going to be Frimpong for what we're
Yes,
seeing right
he
now.
will be Frimpong. So that means there's a space at right back.
I
So
think
if
we're
Bradley gets injured and
I think we're
Frimpong
buying-
right wing cover.
then
Joe-
Frimpong plays.
Joseph
Frimpong-
Gomez has to be
Then
right.
Frimpong plays at right back, and then we just figure out a way to play it at right wing.
Figure out. What are
Figure
we? Vibes FC now. We just figure it out as we go along. No, Tom.
I am telling you right now, Liverpool will not make Joe Gomez the 5th choice centre back. They won't. Joe Gomez, whilst he's here, will be 4th choice. Joe Gomez cannot cannot last after this season. Joe Gomez cannot move into season 11. He has to stop now. We
I
cannot.
think
continue
I
with
think what you're trying to do is you're trying to say I don't think the club. I'm asking for your opinion, not what you think. What do you
My
think
opinion.
we should do? Yeah.
I
'Cause I feel like
think-
you're hiding it behind what you think the club
No,
will do.
what
I want to know
think-
your opinion.
What I think we should do is
Yeah.
put Joe Gomez as 4th choice centre back and bring in Mark Guehi.
Oh my god, you still do. He's wrong and strong in it. He don't want to say it. He don't.
You
want
know-
How many minutes do you think the 4th choice centre back plays?
I'm gonna play some
To be
PlayStation.
fair,
Let me know when you
as
finish.
crazy as it does sound, the reason why I do agree with Tom is Mark Guehi is the opposite. Like Mark Guehi is always available.
Is
But
Canate.
Mark Gay, he's gonna play. That's not.
So
Cana-
we've got
Canate's not.
out of the four centre backs you guys want, 2 of them are injury prone.
And I love Ibu, but Ibu, we don't know.
50%.
Mhm.
Odds aren't great in my opinion.
So last season, 2 of the 4 centre backs were injury prone, and we were fine.
Okay, so
Oh
and that's
my
fine every season then, yeah, Tom. Because the
So we-
season before that we had 5 centre backs.
You want us to live life on edge
What,
every
20
season because it worked last
23,
year.
Yes,
Yeah,
23,
we did.
24. Do you want me to name them, Tom?
No, you're there. Yeah, we did.
All right.
Bro, you
We
just
did.
want to.
And then in December it became 4.
Wait a minute, Tom. We were
What's in his
fine
life
last
on
season.
edge,
Why do
bro?
we need to add any players then to the squad? We were fine last season.
That's okay. So we've now just jumped to the extreme of it.
No. You said we don't
We
need a
cannot, whilst Joe Gomez is here, we cannot sell someone on being 5th choice because Joe Gomez will not accept being 5th choice, and no kid will accept.
We're
being
not
5th
selling
choice.
no one to be fit. Joe Gomez is the 5th choice.
He's
bro.
not the 5th choice though. He's not the 5th choice.
Tom, quick question.
He's
What's the
trying
best?
to
What,
stay
wait,
with his
Cal.
choice.
Cal, one second. Cal, 1 second. What's the best ability in football? What's the best ability in football that you can have? In your
Availability.
opinion?
Goal scoring.
What the fuck?
Hassan,
That's not the
please.
saying.
You're lucky I'm not right there because right now, I'd smack that mug out your hand. Because right now, you're going mad. You know it's availability. If you're not available as a football player, full stop, you can't showcase anything. Joe Gomez is not there, bro. He couldn't even make our pre-season.
He did though. He played in the first 2 preseason games.
Brother was walking alongside the team and picked up an Achilles injury. Brother, that's not good.
He done it in training and flew back. It happens.
In training.
Yes, players get injured in training.
Achilles, bro. We're not talking hamstring or thigh. You know how mad Achilles is?
I know the Achilles can be a problem.
Achilles
Which
is
is what-
also...
which is why we flew him back and said, no, we're not doing anything else.
Exactly. Bro, I'm just going to stress this one last time. You see Gomez, I've got nothing but respect for him. And I want him to be the player that I believe he is, yeah? But the problem is the reality, Tom. You cannot rely on a player that is riddled with injuries.
But
unfortunately.
I'm not relying on him. This is the part that's blown my mind.
You keep saying we have to sell the project to the 5th choice centre back. He is the 5th choice centre back.
He's not
because
the
he's
5th
not
choice centre back.
available.
He's not the 5th choice centre. Do you know
He
the
would
5th
be
choice?
if we buy 2 centre backs.
But we're not buying 2 centre backs because that doesn't work. We know who you know, Matt, as well as I do, who the 5th choice centre back is. It's Rodrygo.
No, you're doing that whole club thing. I want
I'm
you're hiding behind the club. Stop doing that.
That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do.
So this is what you want to do.
That's
You
what I
want to
want
stop.
to do.
Carl, let me get this straight. He wants Endo. He wants Endo as 5th choice centre back. That's the guy.
So I asked then,
You're going mad.
who is Gravenberch's backup then?
Rodrygo.
So what happens then when Virgil and Konate both need a rest and Graven needs a rest in the same game?
Then we play Endo,
You're gonna
Guehi,
play
and
full-
Gomez. That's what you do. You play Endo, Guehi, and Gomez.
Replicate
Gomez
Endo
is always
again.
going to be available, yeah, like he is now. How often was Gomez available last season, actually?
I'll tell you now. Joe Gomez
He got
was
injured against Plymouth, no?
Joe Gomez was available all the way.
against West Ham.
Yeah, Joe Gomez was available for. I'll find out now.
So he barely played any minutes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 20, 30 games last season. Joe Gomez was fit for 30 games last season.
How many of those games is he at? 30 games, are you sure?
He was fit for 30 games.
And how many of those games did he play?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Sweet.
So then I look at it going, my 4th choice centre back, can they get through 17 games in a season? I think they can. Bearing in mind, he's not going to be playing week in, week out. It'll be you're playing once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks. Minimum minutes. I think Joe Gomez can get through that.
Let me just grab these supers before we wrap up because I know the boys have to go as well. Big up to everyone locked in. Make sure guys are liking the video. Make sure guys are subscribing. Everyone, please hit the like button and subscribe right here, right now. We are already at 500 likes. Let's try to get 600, 700 likes, guys. And also, we're only 5 subs away from 56.8k. That's our next milestone. So let's get there. Subscribe from your mom phone, your dad phone, your brother phone. Wout Weghorst is a good shout for Newcastle. B, don't take the piss. Don't take the piss. I said Wout Weghorst, bro. What a fraud. They simply can't force him anymore. It would literally make any other player and agents think twice for dealing with them. Big up, Familia. I agree with this, bro. I think the relationship is way too destroyed for there to be a comeback. I think this whole thing, we need to put the fries in the bag. He's gonna be a Liverpool player, chat. Brace yourself. Brace yourself. Newcastle can stall the Isak deal over the transfer unless the 1% happen. Newcastle can stall the Isak deal over the transfer deadline. They may not buy a new striker on purpose, so they'll get understanding for not selling, even he'll get unhappy, but it will be solved. Yeah, that's why like there's news about this Visa thing in case Sesko doesn't happen. Like there's always other solutions. Ollie Watkins is another solution. There's plenty of solutions. By the way, Ollie Watkins is available for what, like 40 million? Like the guy, it's not like they're gonna have to go pay a premium to replace Isak. He can't be integrated back. The damage is done, lads. Yeah, that was the point I was trying to make. Big up to my Greek brother who was saying, it seems like a play at this point. Isak is coming. I don't think it's a play. I think Newcastle do need a replacement, but we don't have to wait for them to sign a replacement. That's the thing. Question is if LFC will go F Newcastle plus just bid. Listen, I think we are a relationship FC. We like to maintain good relationships. That's why we treated Brighton the way that we did. So I think we're going to wait a little bit, but it's not going to be long. Let's have it right. Big up to Jackalat. When Newcastle had PSR problems, they offered Isak to us last summer. That's when the head turned. He asked for promise to move denied by Newcastle. That's the thing. So
That's a shout. I forgot about that.
yeah, that's the thing. Remember last summer when they offered us Isak?
Yeah. I did forget about that. I'll be real. I forgot.
Isak for Kwanzaa money, and then a year later, and by the way, they even offered the Gordon.
Why did he say no, though? No. No, actually, no. Wait there. We
people like Tom
Gordon,
thought
innit?
that Kwanzaa is better than Konate. That's why.
And there you go. That wasn't
Tom
what I
wanted
said,
Gordon
but
as
there you
well,
go.
innit? I think Tom wanted Gordon.
I wanted Gordon on the basis that he'd scored
Gordon was
against
the
Everton,
second offer.
and then he did, and then he had a chance to score against Everton this season, and he didn't. So he's giving me the ick forever from that point on. So I didn't want him this summer.
He's giving you the ick. You know, giving me the ick is something only bad bitches say. So
This is what I'm saying. That is crazy, bro.
And I'm a
It's
bad
crazy.
bitch, am I?
You go, Queen.
Thank
Big
you.
up Tom Rushdie who says, Tom, why you got to be edgy all the time? Karen Tom. He did all that over a 1% chance, honestly. And then, like, Callum wonders why I want to fight him in an MMA ring. Big up to Frankie who says, can we put a 7-day countdown on the shows to come? If no, Isak officially, Hussam officially called that Callum curse, Kane and the Undertaker brothers of destruction. Me and Callum are in no tag team whatsoever. The bridge is completely burnt between
No,
me
we're
and Callum.
not. We're actually not.
Yeah, like,
I told
it's
you
no
it's
brothers
solo
of destruction is
I'm
none
a
of this.
solo act from now on.
Yeah. This is like,
Oh,
you know, when we were watching wrestling growing up, and sometimes for 2 weeks, like Stone Cold and like Triple H got along, but then after that, they just turned on each other. That's me and Callum. We can agree like 5% of the time, but 95% of the time we agree.
You
And then
can't be-
Callum will come and say, I hear where Hussam is coming from, but I have to agree with Matt. That's the bit, like, that's the typical Callum fence sitting. It's the Callum special, you know, like Jamie will say some wild shit and go like, I hear where Jamie's coming from.
No,
But I
I've
agree
never
with
sided with Jamie's wild stuff. Bro, you only see a snippet of Jamie. If you joined us on the UFC watch,
I got sent a clip where Jamie claimed that Szoboszlai is close to McAllister in terms of technical ability, and you said, I understand where Jamie's coming from.
I need to see
What?
it.
You need to see that clip.
I
Do
need
not
to see
lie. I saw it with my
Nah,
own.
Carl,
I
you
need to
was
see
not
the- no,
drinking
I need
apple
to see
juice
the
that
full-
day.
I
That's
need to see the
crazy.
full-
You had an argument on Big Six Bands 2 days ago. Remember?
I need
old
to see
man.
I need to see the full clip.
There is no full
the
clip. They're talking about Szoboszlai close technical ability to McAllister. There is no correct context for that.
I need the
Big up-
full.
Yeah. Big up to Crick D who says, would you take Isak or Murillo and Rodrygo?
Isak,
But why do I
next
have to
question.
choose? Why do I have to choose when we can get? We're
You're
gonna get
muted,
the centre
Sam.
back
You're
anyway?
muted.
No, he's
No,
not.
I'm not muted.
No, he's not.
What?
Yeah, there you are. Mate. We don't have to choose. We're gonna get Isak and a centre back. Tom, I agree, lad. Don't worry. I got your back. is what
Cheers,
Terry
Terry,
is
lad.
saying.
Oh my days, it was bro. I was like, Sam is muted. I couldn't hear nothing, bro.
You were muted. Mate. You were
My
muted.
bad.
The 60
My bad.
plus 60 also lets Newcastle negotiate other deals. Yeah, that's the thing. That 60 plus 60 allows them to go like
Why it came.
10 million per year over a 5-year contract for Wissa, as an example. Get me? So, yeah. Rio's a baller. LFC released the Trent Steen files. I've actually been seeing this as well. And I'm saying
Oh,
apparently
yeah, I've
Rio
seen that.
rinsed them. in
They won't
training.
release it.
They won't.
No, they should do. You know what they should do? They should release them as a threat to Ibu Konate because Ibu Konate was also in those clips.
No, what they should do is release. If they're going to release it, do
So
it.
release the
before
Trent
we play
ones.
Real Madrid.
Release the Trent ones, and it's like an overhanging threat for Ibu Konate going, we'll release these if you go as well. You want to save your rep.
Do we really take trainings? It's like releasing sparring footage with fighting, isn't it? No one really cares like that.
Lad, he was
No,
like
but I think
16
it
at the
was-
time.
I bet you Connor tapped out before.
if
It affects
you're-
his psyche right before the. You see, if we play Real Madrid in the Champions League, can you imagine Real Madrid release them tapes
Leave the
just
goals.
before we play them, bro? That would be amazing, bro.
Release the tapes. Release the tapes, and then all week have it built up with like, oh, Rio's really impressed. And Rio could start here. Gakpo's struggling with a Nokia. Rio could start here.
You know,
watch him fucking panic.
Because I can imagine Trent. Like, here's the thing: Rio could probably rip a lot of top level
100%.
because how agile and quick he is. So I can only imagine what's happened to Trent in training. Flipping out, bro.
Cal, did you see Matt's new bike? This was Matt when he was saying Nunes deserves.
What a rainy day. Look at Matthew on his new bike. Matthew, what you want? Blood clot, Matthew. Oh, God. Matthew, you all right? What a rainy day. Look at Matthew on his new bike. Matthew, what you want? Blood clot, Matthew. Oh, God. Matthew, you all right?
Put that picture back up. Put that picture back up. This is such disrespect.
Oh, no.
that is vile.
You know what, Sam? It's war.
No.
You want to know why we did this?
Nah, it's
You
war.
want to know why we did this? Vel made
war.
this as soon as you said Nunes deserves a 4.
Vel?
Sam,
Is it
Sam,
Vel?
Sam,
Is
Sam,
it
hold
his
that
name?
photo
Is it
back
Vel?
No, let me see that again.
Is it
Hold
Vel?
that photo back up.
Vel, if you're watching, we need to have a conversation.
No.
Because if you're going to do that, I need you to cook up something for me, bro.
0.3.
No, have we actually understood as well? They've given him 1-star skill moves.
Oh.
He can't even have a skill. He got it like a step over or a ball roll.
We got for giving
Actually,
Nunes a 4. I'm gonna give Nunes a 10 when he leaves. Big up to Alex who says Gomez will be our backup as Tom wheels him out into Anfield in the second leg of a semi-final. I love Joe, but Nat Phillips has been
Now
usual.
we're doing the overreaction. Joe Gomez has played like how many games for Liverpool Football Club? If I'm asking him to be fourth choice centre back, which is in my eyes, you're playing 15 games a season. I think Joe Gomez can get through that once. I aim to get through it one time. 15 games in this season. I think he can do that. And next summer, I replace him with the youngster.
If we had
Somebody
Virgil
talked about
and
our
someone with Carragher's
20.
injury record, then I'd be all right with it. If we had someone like Virgil and someone like Carragher with his injury record, I'd be all right with it. But we have Konate. I love Konate.
But we're adding Guehi. Hope in
Too much
this
injury
scenario.
proneness.
Yes, so out of the 4, 2 of them are injury prone, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody talk about.
So you know,
guys are
you
just
know
gonna argue, and then you're gonna tell me you have to go. So choose. Do you want to argue or do you want to go?
I say one thing.
Remember, which time are we live on Copish tomorrow? Which time?
1:30.
Yeah,
1:30.
1:30, bro. Yeah.
Okay,
we'll be
خلاص.
there.
You can start tomorrow's stream with us. Don't worry. See, you can fight, Tom. I'll
No,
back you.
but we're doing the fifth choice centre back argument again, and people don't like it on Copish when me and Cal argue.
We
about
can
the
add
fifth
drift
choice
into
centre
the mix as well. That gives us a fresh opinion. Somebody talked about our 20. Maybe we could do 1 minute silence here. Now, the thing, you want to know one thing off spill? A Spurs American fan actually told me this. One thing about Liverpool Football Club that's beautiful is that everyone from all over the world just gets the club, understands the club. The fact that fans in pre-season in Japan and in Hong Kong applauded in the 20th minute is absolutely beautiful. And I think this is a message as to how amazing and incredible Liverpool fans are worldwide, offer spill. Big up to Matt's Unk Arrow says, how good was Rio yesterday? What is that picture? Yeah.
Bro, this is what people do, bro. You imagine I'm
That is
leaning
gonna
into my
end, bro.
keyboard to type something and someone would just screenshot it and go mad. I'm telling you, bro. People go mad.
How good was Rio yesterday? He was unbelievable. I'll be
Bro,
honest.
Rio
with
was
you.
cold yesterday, man. He was cold.
Yeah, he was unbelievable. Streets are saying Matt's got 2 left feet. Are you left-footed, Matt?
Yeah, left footed, yeah.
You're left-footed people. Are you left-handed as well?
Yeah.
Left-handed people are usually a lot more creative.
You trying to say I'm not creative?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I said the opposite. I said left-handed people are a lot more creative than right-handed people.
But you basically said it in a way of like, but left-handed people are supposed to be creative. And you kind of the way you said it was like you was
Darwin Núñez
insinuating
deserved
something.
the 4 after he missed a tapping against Yokohama. Big up to Faraz, who says City and Arsenal both have 5 centre backs and 4 full backs. Yeah, but the reason why I think using City and Arsenal is, to be honest, a little bit disingenuous, is because they also play their centre backs at full back.
Mate, Arsenal would play 6 centre backs if they could.
I so want to start something, but we got to leave. I was gonna,
Yeah, I know you have to leave.
I was going to say something in retaliation, but
yeah, there you go. Okay, there's no need to retaliate. Me and you were going to be good anyway. It's just the fact
yeah,
that
you keep
know,
you keep
gave-
saying that, bro.
Like, no,
You
but the
thrown
thing
about
is,
5 jabs today. I don't know about
no,
there's no
there's no jabs. Look, you just gave Nunes a unnecessarily high rating. You get me? I called you out on it, and that's it. We can move on. Adi. Don't worry. This is not like a Callum.
No, I didn't
and
like what Val did with that with the stats. I'm not even
That's
annoyed.
Callum. It's not me.
Yeah, I
can't.
need better
Mate,
stats.
the
bro.
fact he was giving you like point, he wasn't
Yeah,
giving
I'm
you
a
1. It was like
bronze star. That's
0.9.
taking 25 pace, 0.3. Brother, like, nah.
Yeah, that's dark.
Apparently,
Look at this.
apparently you're better
88
defending.
physical. You're
Why is
taking-
it 88 physical as
I
well?
don't
like?
even know, bro.
Why have you got better defending than pace as a winger?
I don't. This is what I'm saying.
You wanna know why he put him right
No.
wing? Because he said he's better than Madueke. Anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap up the stream here. Make sure guys are liking the video. Make sure guys are subscribing on your way out. Matt, I love you, but you look like Bavuma, South African cricket captain.
Who's that?
Google Bavuma.
Look at it now.
Good time.
Hey, Bavuma. South African.
Oh,
Oh my god, you're such an asshole. You're actually
Bavuma.
such an asshole.
This is racism.
Yeah.
That's nah. That's racism.
Yeah, you
How
wanna
the
know
fuck
what
do I let
you
that
are?
brother right there, bro? What
You
the
know why
hell's
it's
going
funny?
on? Who said
He's
it?
bald.
SJ. All right, watch. If I
He's
dare
bald.
see SJ in any stream from now on, you're getting cooked for no reason. Who is
He's
this
bald.
brother? This random cricket guy, bro.
Blood.
No.
Matt
No.
Blood Clot Bavuma. My brother.
No. SJ, just watch. In fact, you know what? I'm putting that in my
Anyway, guys, this stream is gonna take you over to Born and Red. You get me? They're going live. Asim and the boys, and Matt and Mr. Callum are also going live on Jamie's channel. So you have 2 options there as well to go watch. You get me? So Tom Little with a 1 on YouTube, Insta, Twitter, the works. I'm gonna be back tomorrow morning, inshallah, 11 a.m., 11:30 a.m. I'm gonna be on Kopish at 1:30, and there's of course the Liverpool. You get me? Thing. So love you all, and yeah, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Myself,
Love you.
Bavuma, and Drifty, and Tom on the channel. Peace out.
SJ, you're